You know what else I'm always intrigued by since we're in the business? When I see a stray IFB.
Yeah.
Did you notice he's got the stray? I always want to know, how did that happen? Did it fall out? Or was there some sort of audio thing? Was he hearing his voice? You know how we get that mix minus and you hear yourself on a half-second delay while you're talking? Didn't you rip it out because I can't deal with it? I saw that little IFB there. So somebody was in a position to talk to him, but he wasn't hearing them because the thing was out on
I
his
noticed
shoulder.
it when he walked out of the tunnel and Jay-Z was singing at one point, and I saw the video last night, and I was going, wait, he's got an earpiece in his ear, right? First off, what an entrance, right? I mean, you're coming out to a packed Gillette Stadium, and Jay-Z's the one singing, the song for you. I mean, the public service announcement, which is a great song by Jay-Z. But yeah, this is pretty damn incredible.
Yeah, look, and he deserves every bit of it. Hey, look, I am not going to get so caught up in hero worship that I don't point out things that I think are unusual, like trying to work for Fox and own a piece of the Raiders, or whatever else might happen. The roast, we thought that was a bad idea. We said it, and coincidentally, a few days later, he admitted he shouldn't have done the roast. He's not immune to criticism. If you're going to be in a high-profile job, you're going to get criticized. But everything he did as a player is worthy of every accolade he gets. I am a firm believer in having tremendous respect for somebody who gets the absolute most and then some.
That's right.
Out of their natural God-given talents.
Right.
And he did. For all the guys out there that don't get everything they should have gotten out of their talents, this is the guy you look to and say, he only had so much that he could do, and he got the most out of it. He willed himself into being better than he ever should have been, as evidenced by the fact that he was 199th pick in the draft. 6 Super Bowl wins with the Patriots, another one with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Incredible what he did, and not a surprise that the stadium was packed last night for Tom Brady's Hall of Fame enshrinement and retirement of number 12, as if they were ever going to issue number 12 again to anyone else.
I mean, yeah, right. I mean, that's done. I mean, hey, listen, he's one of the greatest leaders we've ever seen in the sport, right? He's one of the most mentally tough, just like ice in the veins quarterbacks we ever saw in our life. And you're right, he got the utmost out of his ability, and I think at the same time, too, his ability wasn't appreciated enough either. His arm is an all-time great arm. Like we talked about, we were on the field in pregame as second to last year. I mean, he was still throwing lasers out there. Like, I was there for pregame. There was no doubt whose arm was stronger when I was out there for pregame that year in Tampa versus Dallas. It was Dak Prescott and Tom Brady, and Tom Brady had the stronger arm. He was gifted that way, and then he was gifted in his ability to lead and compartmentalize the game, moments, checks, whatever else. So, yeah, really cool, really cool. They got a lot of this going on because one thing I think about with this whole thing is I know Brady's going to get the statue. He's got that. You can't do any of this, though, and not have the same type of event for Bill Belichick. You can't put Bart Starr's statue out in front of Green Bay before you put Vince Lombardi's. I'm sorry. This ain't the way to work. Now, again, I know there is bitterness there, and we know there is, right? So I don't know how that works out, but Belichick's going to be next in this type of ceremony, I would think.
After he's clearly done coaching, yes. I mean, Brady didn't get it until he was clearly done playing, and he still hasn't completely slammed the door. Last we heard from him, he wouldn't be opposed to coming back and playing for somebody if they have an injury need at some point this season. He hasn't retracted that. He hasn't rescinded that. He hasn't erased that. And the one last thing, too, about his arm strength, I still feel like what he ultimately had was the product of his desire to have it. That it wasn't something natural, that he worked at it to perfect it and get it to that point, that he didn't roll out of bed and throw it like that. He put in all the effort necessary to harness that ability.
I can speak to that. I mean, I'll say it. I don't even know if my dad might get mad at me, but he went through a period of time where he would throw with my dad. He would throw to my dad. He would meet my dad even when he was here in the New York area, and my dad would go throw with Tom Brady in the offseason, whatever, right? Because to your point, Brady was obsessed with the mechanics. How could I be better? How could I throw it harder? Blah, blah, blah. So even that with a gifted, great arm, he wanted to always make it better. He went through a period of his career where he did not throw the ball very good down the field. I was being hated on everywhere because I was going, wait, he's the worst down the field thrower in football. And he finally started to realize it and realized it was causing problems for him. And then he became one of the best down the field football throwers in the league his last 5-6 years in the career. So it's incredible, but it speaks to everything you're talking about, Mike.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.